here we are. Logan Mize. Yesterday we watched him. He was in 8th place coming into this top 8.
Mm-hmm.
Very last seed, made it in by the skin of his teeth.
Won his winning in from 14th place.
Yep. That's a pretty big jump to go from 14th to 8th.
But he did it, and
he
has been winning on the draw. Is going to be on the draw here.
Yeah, and I'm sure Cuvelier likes his chances going to be on the play in a wolf run. Yeah.
Yeah.
I surely would.
Yeah, I would love my chances.
I'm still impressed by Lou Laskin's run. Awesome Grand Architect deck. I'm definitely going to be playing that deck on the internet.
Yeah, man. Get your Grand Architects on Moto before they're over a ticket.
Yeah. I mean, playing that deck seems like it's a lot of fun. I'd say it's more fun than rollerblading.
Rollerblading is pretty fun.
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, it's not a very high bar to set. But,
what do you got against rollerblading?
I mean, what's the point? What are you trying to do? What are you accomplishing?
What are you accomplishing by not rollerblading?
It's dangerous.
It's delightful.
What if you're on tile?
Why are you rollerblading on tile?
You just die.
I understand more about your life decisions.
Hardwood floor. Well, I mean, how are you going to get outside?
Do you have a bad childhood?
What are you going to put on the rollerblades once you're outside? What if somebody comes by and they're holding their dog and then like an emergency happens and they're like, hey, hold my dog's leash, and you have rollerblades on. Suddenly you're in a really awkward situation.
Look, man, I grew up in the 90s. I liked it. You clearly just hate the 90s.
I do hate the 90s. I really hate music from the 90s. Music like butt rock. It's the worst.
What's wrong with like...
No, there's some good music, like
Bare Naked Ladies,
like radio.
Boys,
Oh God,
and Britney Spears, and
Man.
NSYNC, and Hanson, and
just making me furious. Like Radiohead had some good albums.
Beastie Boys.
That's not too bad.
This tournament that we're still in, still dedicated to MCA.
Oh yeah, the judge did dedicate this tournament to MCA.
Yes, at the beginning of the tournament, the head judge
Beastie
dedicated.
Boys aren't really like.
Oh, don't tell me the Beastie Boys aren't in the 90s.
Well, no, I'm just like so like they like became famous in the 80s, right? And then in the 90s, like what did they really do in the 90s? They like
I'm gonna check how many albums they released in the 90s. We're going to the mat for this one.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, come on. Like the 90s is like the worst, man. The 90s like actual worst. There's like Nirvana was okay. Okay, it's like a little. That's a harsh. It's not good enough, but.
Oh, that's weird. A lot of 2 of the Grammys that they won, both in *99. And then the other Grammy
but that was
won
from that like
2008.
stupid album, like in 1999. What were they like up against, like in the Grammys, like
Okay.
Millennium, like the Will Smith album with like the like the Miami song on it? I swear to God, that's probably what they were up against. I'm not even kidding. Like it's completely irrelevant. Like yeah, it's like oh man, look, this team won the world championship of this in this year when like literally like there was a big training ground for people who played that game and it was like hit by like a volcano, like lava eruption. You know, it's just absurd. No. I don't know. Honestly, though, like, come on. Like, the only good thing that came out of the 90s is Magic the Gathering. Right? Were you born in the 90s?
Yeah, I came out of the 90s, man.
Yep.
Screw you.
Yeah, see? You were born in the 90s?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
Jeez,
so
it's
young.
so mind-blowing.
Yeah.
My little brother was born in the 80s. Come on.
How old's your little brother?
23 in 2 weeks. Happy early birthday, Dan, if you're watching. All right.
So John's going to 6.
John mulliganing down to 6. On the play, I think like being on 6 cards on the play is probably
Still
about
fun.
as good as being on 7 cards in the draw. This matchup,
Would you
as far as
take
the
would
numbers
you
go.
take 5 to like if you had to bid on like being on the play in the Wolf Run Ramp Mirror? How low would you mull again?
6?
You wouldn't go to 5 to guarantee the die roll?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because you need both halves. That's the problem. That's always been the problem with ramp deck. You know what I mean?
You need the turn 4 Titan and you need it on the play.
You need the goodies and you need the ramp. You know,
Yeah.
you need to get there.
You can't just have like land on land, rapid growth, primeval Titan. Like you still need to peel in your 2 draw steps, in like 2 out of 3 draw steps, a mana source or a ramp spell.
Yeah, and also like just being able to play like a sweeper along the way. That extra card in your hand also very important. Obviously, the ramp mirror is not as important, but like getting something like a Solemn Simulacrum in the middle.
Dude, they're going to get those Pillar Flames out of there so fast. It's not
Obviously.
even funny.
I'm talking about game 1 though.
You definitely want to pillar their birds if they have it. That would be delightful. Logan would love for Kubi to open on birds.
Leading things off, John leading things off with a Forest.
These are just also both 2 very crisp players.
All right, John Greensun's anything for 1, going to grab his Birds of Paradise and pass the turn back over to Logan.
Logan, it looks like, has a Sphere of the Suns in hand, so...
Also a Greensun Zenith in hand.
Yeah. Could Slagstorm Kuvi's Birds. Draws Huntmaster.
And, ooh, interesting.
No green mana? Yet?
Alright, Sphere of the Suns. Going to have that to produce some green mana so that he can Rampant Growth for a Forest and then use that until he gets to the Titan Rage.
Yeah. Both of these players wasting no time. They know that the early turns are not what matters. They have to make the right land drops, but they're no slouches. Viridian Corruptor.
That's going to be pretty good here.
I mean, it's going to be pretty good when Logan Slagstorms Kuvi. Oh, does he not have a second red?
He can't. Yeah, he
Oh
doesn't
boy,
have a second
that
red.
really is.
Don't worry, guys. He has a Glimmer Post.
I'm totally losing this race.
So those of you who were watching yesterday, at the beginning of the day, we had a gentleman's bet where we were betting nothing, but just seeing who would win.
This is a realistic turn 3 in the ramp mirror. Get you for 1.
Yeah, I mean, he's losing the Infect race also because of the Viridian Corruptor.
Yeah. Viridian Corruptor could also just get Wolf Run for 2, but I'm pretty sure that Kubi has better things to do. Yeah, I mean, like, so Logan has no green, has a Rampant Growth, has no second red,
He has
has
double
a
Rampant
Slagstorm. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We were
Kubi
leaning
has,
really heavy on that sphere. And I
Yeah.
mean, John really had to have the natural Viridian Corruptor for that to not work for Logan.
he could have Zenith 4.
Did he have access to 4 mana that turn? Oh, he did.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay, because he went
Because
to
this turn he has access to 5. Logan in a miserable spot. Cavern of Souls naming Giant Co.
Counter Souls perhaps naming Human.
Human for Huntmaster, I suppose. But now he can't play a Titan unless he goes Forest. His Cavern of Souls making colorless manas for a Titan in hand.
Yeah, but luckily he's at 23 instead of 22 thanks to Glimmer Post.
I'm never going to love this.
Amazing power.
I really, really can't wait for us to play Legacy. I can't wait.
All right, and a Rampant Growth from John.
Would you like to take the side of Stifle today?
No, definitely not. I'm not an idiot. I'll take Spell Snare or Spell Pierce over Stifle.
Well, no. Spell Snare is uncuttable.
I'll take like some combination of Spell Pierce.
And Spell Pierce? All 4?
Yeah. Maybe.
Would you like to take Forked Bolt or Chain Lightning?
I'll take Chain Lightning if you want.
Okay, yeah, I definitely want
Yeah,
Forked Bolt.
we can do that.
Yeah, I've
I'll
had
live
3
with that
Forked
one.
Bolt in my list recently.
All right.
That card's real good. every time someone casts a Forked Bolt and it's a Searing Blaze, I get a point. Every time it's like a Twin Strike, I get 2 points. Every time your Chain Lightning goes to the dome and it matters, like it kills somewhere Forked Bolt couldn't, you get 2 points.
No, I have to get like 3 because you have multiple ways to get points.
Well, no. Oh, and if it kills a 3 toughness creature, obviously you get a point.
Okay, so I get a point if it kills a 3 toughness guy. If it domes them for exactly lethal, I get 10 points.
Fine. Yes, sure.
Alright, so back to this game. Logan activating his Inkmoth Nexus. Getting at John for 1 more poison and has a Copperline Gorge. So a little bit of green mana there, but
gets
John,
blown up
the beast
immediately.
within.
If it gets bounced back, you get the -10 though. You know how Chain Lightning actually, has some text on it, drawback, all that. No one ever remembers to, but like, if some smarty actually like has red up and is like, oh, I can chain this back and deal 3 damage, then like...
Yeah, if it matters when they shoot it back, yeah. Sure, I can lose 10 points for that, that's fine.
Okay.
So Titan. Titan's gonna grab some lands.
And Logan still with no green sources that cast Rampant Growth or Primeval Titan. Oh, that's game, boys.
Yep,
cool.
And just gonna pack it in. And this guy's moving on to game 2. John, with the play that game, had the Viridian Corruptor for the Sphere of the Suns. Logan's hand leaned really hard on that.
Logan had Slag Storm for birds, but had 1 red source and no green sources. Perfect mana base.
Yeah. And well, we're going to need a trivia question. Do you have a trivia
Oh,
question?
yeah, I do.
All right, so this trivia question is going to be for a Gen Con badge. Now, do we have the graphics set up? Good. Okay. So, Gen Con will occur over 4 days, August 16th through 19th, in the city of Indianapolis, Indiana. It's widely known as the best 4 days in gaming. Every year, Gen Con offers a home to an incredible number of gaming companies and TCG events, debuting the newest games and hosting some major tournaments. Last year's crown jewel was U.S. Nationals. This year, it will be the World Magic Cup, the latest premier team tournament. The Vintage and Legacy Championships also occur each year at Gen Con, and those have some pretty cool prizes, including original art. Now we're giving away a 4-day pass to Gen Con. These are hard to come by. It's really exciting. Yeah. And we're going to ask you guys a trivia question, and then you're going to tweet your answers into hashtag SCG Premium, and one of you will get chosen at random, one of you has the correct answer, to win a Gen Con badge. So, without further ado...
Okay,
go ahead.
So... for the last while, there's been a debate about whether or not you should play Glimmer Post or Cavern of Souls or a mix of both in your Wolf Run Ramp decks. And we have 2 Wolf Run Ramp decks here in the finals of Star City Games Open Orlando. What I want to know is, Cedric Phillips wrote an article recently arguing one side of this. Which land does he advocate the main deck inclusion of in a Wolf Run Ramp deck?
So
you guys are going to have to earn this one.
Cedric Phillips promotes the inclusion of what non-basic land in Wolf Run Ramp? Okay.
Star City Games writer, select side. You can all read his articles. He writes great articles. I highly recommend reading his new stuff and his old stuff. Yeah. It's all very good.
Although I do disagree with him on this one. Hey. Scoreboard.
Look, man.
Scoreboard.
So tweet those in to hashtag SCG Premium. You don't have to tweet it at SCG Live. You can. More power to you. But hashtag SCG Premium. Get entered into the drawing for a 4-day Gen Con badge.
All right, so going on to game 2 here. Logan going to get to be on the play for the first time in a while. First time today that he's gotten to be on the play. Background is some sort of like celebration photo happening amongst the judges. All right, so yeah, both players signing out all their sweepers.
Yeah,
going to be taking out their
pretty
Slime
predictable.
Storms.
Their Pillar of Flames.
Pillar of Flame. Cards they're going to be bringing in: Acidic Slime, Karn Liberated. The one Ancient Grudge could find its way into this deck. It's definitely true.
Yeah, you definitely poured in Grudge against the They both only have 3 Inkmoth Nexus. I don't like it, but they're smarter than me, so that's why I'm commentating and they're winning.
I don't know. I think 4 Inkmoths.
Yeah, but like they're the ones that have just like ground out all of these games and have all of this data, and I'm sitting
Do you
here
think they do?
like armchair
Ground out
theorizing.
all these games. I really don't think it's that. I don't really think there's that much depth to it. I really think that. I think they are in the finals right now, in spite of
their misguided and
their 3
diluted
instead
deck
of-
building.
Yeah, I think.
So says the JVL armchair theorist extraordinaire.
Yeah, I am an armchair theorist extraordinaire. Hey, I'm a pretty good armchair theorist. As far as armchair theorists go,
You're right up there.
yeah, I'm like.
You're like the champion
professional
armchair theorist.
Come on. Actual.
Yeah. It's like what you do for a living, man. You gotta rock it.
Cuvie up a game. And again, a lot of you may have not heard of Cuvie. Just an incredible player. Top 8ing 3 Magic Online PTQs in a row is pretty hard to do.
Yeah, and he's Canadian, so he already has a natural disadvantage of being Canadian.
He's not Canadian, is he?
Yeah, he is. He's from Halifax.
And that might be it. I think, the
Yeah.
run hots happen in Magic, and Canadians are clearly running hot right now.
Yeah.
So he came here from Canada?
I mean, no, like he lives in Florida, but like he is originally a Canadian. I mean, look at his last name. French Canadian.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be like somebody of French
Can you
descent
pronounce that well?
living in
Yeah, there's like 5 pronunciations.
Cuvelier.
That sounds like an American last name to me.
I don't know. I like that Logan's last name is Mize.
Yeah, I mean,
It's pretty sweet.
as far as like awesome Magic's last names go, Logan Mize is probably like half a cut above Ray Battle.
Yeah, I mean, Mize is a pretty sweet
Yeah, no, it's
last name to
really,
have as a
really
Magic
good.
player.
And it helps that he's just like very, very talented, strong player, patient, thinks things through.
And he has more than one bird on his chest right now. He has a bird inside of a bird. Did you notice that? The half-zippered hoodie, which has the bird on it, and the t-shirt on the inside of it with the bird. It's a bird inside of a bird.
That's pretty sick.
All right, so Logan with a turn 2 rampant growth here. Wastes no time off Copperline Gorge and a mountain. Gonna grab himself a forest and pass the turn back over to John. John's gonna have his work coming out for him this game, being on the draw.
Yeah, Rampant Growth, the best 2-mana ramp spell.
Both
Matched.
players with the rampant growths. Both players opting for the modern rampant growth, not playing with an old school rampant growth. No Mirage.
Dude, I love the Mirage Rampant Growth.
It's adorable.
It's great.
There's it's something. I mean, the only thing that could go wrong is you could hit it with your car. All right, and Logan, turn 4 here. Will he have the Solemn Simulacrum? It'd be huge for him if he did. But looks like he has Sphere of the Suns, which is also pretty good. I mean, at this point, the name of the game in this mirror is get to your Primeval Titan ASAP. And looks like Logan kept a hand that does just that. 2 ramp spells, Primeval Titan, and lands. And that's what you want here.
Yeah. The 2/4/6 opener in full effect.
All right, Cuvie has a Birds of Paradise.
Ooh,
Ooh, has the Ancient Grudge for the Sphere of the Suns. That's going to be huge.
that's
Now lets
a
him break
big
serve.
game.
Another Primeval Titan for Logan, but, I mean,
Logan's
Being
going to
able to
get
play-
beat to the table. That's such a good Ancient Grudge.
it's a
Go.
rough one.
No removal spell for the bird. Board all those out. Cuvie settles for an acidic slime to rebuy on the time walk. Doesn't have another land. Ship's turn back.
Yeah, has a Solemn
Has a
Simulacrum and a
Garrick.
Sphere, but
Garrick, a red card that I think is Devil's Play. Solemn, and Perennial Titan. So his hand's awesome. He just needs to peel a land. So Logan is just zenithing for his bird.
I don't know how much I like that zenith.
I mean, what do you do there?
Go.
Go?
Land, go.
What happens if you get LD'd again, man?
It's worth the risk.
You're down a game and you want to like start taking risks. What are you gonna do with your green scene if you have 2
play
Titans?
for the optimal line. I'm not gonna play differently because I'm down a game. I'm not gonna play safer.
Okay, so like, let's say he has a beast with him,
Okay, let's say he has Devil's Play.
right?
It's just as many, right? As the Beast Within also. So it ends up not mattering at all.
Yeah. So like, let's say he has beast within and not Devil's Play,
It's true. Let's say, yeah.
and then like, you still just you peel the land and you look like a genius. As it is though, Kuvi with the nut disruptive draw on the draw.
I mean, it would have been much better for him if he was able to have the land to cast his Titan.
Yeah, I mean, still dirtling, but he's going to start tightening next turn, and Logan still needs to peel.
Well, no, Logan has...
Yeah, never mind. Had it.
Yeah, Logan, despite John's best efforts, beats him to the
6.
table with the Primal Titan, and that's it. Like, pretty much, like, I think that's the big problem with this mirror, and one of the reasons why I don't like when this is, like, the deck to beat, because
there's just so little to be done about Perennial Titan given the strength of spell lands in Standard.
Yeah, I mean, the first person to have Perennial Titan on the table
Perennial
so
Titan,
overwhelmingly ahead of the opponent.
Yeah, but that's because Perennial Titan gets all of these lands that are just super, super sick and unbeatable.
Yeah, Castle Wolfrun, pretty absurd.
Yeah, like, how are you supposed to beat
Ink
that?
Moth. Ink Moth is a pretty powerful spell.
Palm, draw a card. Oh, wow. Just gives him the land.
Yep. Primal Titan.
Do you like that block?
No, I do not like that block at all. And, I still like Logan here.
I mean, he's basically like... Logan could have activated an invisible Zer's Weirding there, paying 2 life to deny Kuvi a card. And I feel like, you know, it's tight of Kuvi to make that attack, but I don't think that you can ever really block in that spot because, like, if they don't have Titan and then they have Zenith for Titan but no land, that, like, the 2 life is worth it. It's not like Valakut where being at 18 is hugely different from being at 21.
Yeah, with Valakut, that's everything.
Right.
But modern Wolfrun decks, they don't have those types of restrictions. You know, whereas Life Gain was good against the old Primal Titan decks.
Yeah.
Pretty useless at this point.
You just get Ink Mothed for 10. Thanks for coming.
Ink Moth damage is a very real thing.
So, both of these players with... Oh, Kuvi doesn't have Ghost Quarters and Logan does. That's a pretty big advantage, actually.
That is a big advantage.
Because I think that that's something... Yeah. I think Kuvi's just super dead here.
Yeah, I mean, it does not look good for him at this point. And a few more lands for Logan here.
Getting another Ink Moth and his other Ghost Quarter. I'm not sure what Kuvi's path forward here is.
all these Ghost Chorus is going to be really tough to win through an infectious route. And as far as damage goes, he's behind in the race already.
And dead on board if he attacks.
Yeah, he's facing down.
He might be dead on board
Titans.
anyway. I mean, 12 lands is +9/+9. Is +9/+0. 12 power. Yeah, he's dead on board even if he blocks. So he has to block with both of his creatures. And even then, if Logan has a land, Cuvey's dead. That's brutal. Next game.
Yeah, not much of a game for John at this point. Logan got the Perennial Titan first, doubled up on Perennial Titans, and now John is, despite having one of his own, so far behind.
Welcome to Perennial Titans world. We're just living in it.
Alright, Cuvey with, did he Devil's Play there? Is that what just happened?
Yeah, looks like the flashback on Devil's Play.
So he Devil's Played for 6.
Yeah.
Dealing with the untapped Perennial Titan.
And
Then
he's just dead,
attack
right?
with his own Perennial Titan.
Isn't he just dead?
Now I can search for some Glimmer Post.
Ah. Hey! Glimmer Post.
Oh, you're right. Man, I said it myself.
Ding! Set you up.
Shouldn't have said anything. Maybe you wouldn't have seen it if I didn't say it.
Yeah, no, he's just dead. Why isn't he scooping? Oh, it's because he has Glimmer Post in his deck. That's weird.
Yeah, but every game, they still lose. Yeah, like it makes them live an extra turn, but they still lose.
Yeah, because he didn't peel Karn this time. It doesn't mean he's not going to peel Karn next time.
It's one card, and he's not. It's not like he's.
Yeah,
ponders.
why would you play to a 1-outer? You never draw those.
Well, obviously you can draw your 1-outers, but I'm saying you changed your deck by 4 cards to give you the ability to play for 1-outers in like niche situations. Come on. All right, so we have a Devil's Play from Logan here, and
Wait, we have Devil's Play in Logan's hand?
yeah,
So doesn't he just like ice him? Like attack for 6, nug?
I don't know if he's enough.
This is going to be a beautiful slow roll if he just like turns everything sideways, throws Devil's Play on the table and attacks. I'd be a huge fan of that. It's probably one short though.
Yeah, I don't think he's enough.
I don't think he'd slow roll him like that.
He's one short. He can 17 John this turn.
So he has 12 lands and Imperial Titans.
Yep.
That's pretty good. Nope, one short every time. You can still Ink Moth him for infinite.
Logan.
Get some Glimmer Posts and survives the counter strike from the opposing Perennial Titan.
Sure, it does get some Glimmer Posts there. Glimmer Posts are mattering. Of course, in the finals, the only time they've ever mattered, ever.
Yes. Doing it. Winning
And the
this.
curtain is pulled back in front of everybody's face. They all think that it's okay to just add 4 colorless lands.
Doing
deck.
it. Yes.
I guess when it works, it's like cool.
What do you mean when it works, it's cool? It's a tactical option that you want to have the capacity to deploy. Look at this.
or it's something that makes you mulligan a lot of hands and makes you lose to Viridian Corruptor on your Sphere of the Suns.
Yeah, okay. Sack, he had his one of.
Alright, so here we are. Another land coming down for John Cuvey here. And Logan's just so out of range now.
I mean, also,
I'm not really
John's
sure
like
how that
dead
happened.
to Devil's Play, dead to Perennial Titan, like dead.
Yeah, Logan has enough lands in play now where I think he can
just goes up top.
He can just Devil's Play, and that's it. Like, he doesn't even need to attack with anything.
Upstairs.
It's the thing about Wolf Run deck. Just kill people. Comes from above. It's like
Well, it comes from below in the case of Devil's Play.
I guess. Yeah, I didn't really think about it that way. So Devil's Play.
And it goes
I wonder what
upstairs.
it's referring to.
I don't know, Devil's playing around with fire.
Alright,
Cuvey clearly still thinks that he has a chance here. He does. Does he have the flashback on Grudge? That's got to be what's going on. So he's not dead to Lethal Infect. He's just dead to opposing Devil's Play in hand. Unless that.
Yep, he's at 20 now for these clever posts.
This Devil's Play.
They only matter because the opponents have them. It's so weird. Like, if one person had, like...
Didn't have Glimmer Post, then they'd die.
Yeah. So it's like mirror tech for when the games get in these really awkward positions. So frustrating that it has to actually work once.
Yeah, man.
This literally makes everybody think
It's
that
so
it's
messed
completely
up.
reasonable.
Otherwise, they'd totally be getting 2 Copperline Gorges. That would be way better.
They'd be able to keep their opening hands. Maybe I'm a purist, but I like being able to cast my spells.
That's overrated.
Alright, a Solemn Simulacrum from John here. So, do you prefer old art Solemn or new art Solemn?
Old Art Solemn every time. I hate that they reprint invitational cards without invitational players' faces on them. They reprinted Void Mage Prodigy with Kai's face on it when they did the alternate art. They reprinted Shadow Mage Infiltrator with Finkel's face on it when they did Time Spiral. They screwed Pakula. They screwed Gens.
They reprinted Darwin's.
They gave Darwin the break. It's just like it's inconsistent, and like invitational cards are like this really great point in Magic's history where that's a good top deck.
I have 4 life for Logan. No, it's not. Doesn't do anything.
This really great point in Magic's history where
Alright, Devil's Play.
your Birds of Paradise.
Your Birds of Paradise.
That's comical. It's like a thing that actually just happened.
Oh my goodness, so... Is Logan going to...
Oh yeah. Just getcha with Lethal Ink Moths.
Oh, John's at 8 prior to this, yeah. And Logan able to steal this game after all that. And, I mean...
Ink Moth's up. But he has Grudge in his graveyard. Well then. That just is.
Yeah, that just is. Alright, so... John...
Ancient Grudge taking out the 2 Ink Moth blockers that
Yeah,
John
Ancient Grudge mattering the most
up.
out of all the cards for both players that game.
Yeah, Ancient Grudge, huge player early and late. And like a huge deal that it flashes back. Logan using Ancient Grudge to force through lethal infect damage on the backs of 3 Inkmoth Nexuses.
And, the new versions of Wolfrun can get kind of confusing once you're Primordial Tightening. Like, actually finding out, like, the correct line, the way you should be winning, would be hard.
Yeah.
You gotta play the deck, get them out, get a feel for it. When it really comes down to it, it's a Primordial Titan deck.
Well, yeah. But there's a lot of skill in pulling lands out of your deck.
Choosing which correct lines.
Sequencing, managing mana. It's not just like, oh, I have 1 million mana, I can do whatever I want. You actually have a finite amount of mana and you can't always just kill your opponent. It's not like you always just, like, stick your tongue out of your mouth and, like, turn all your land sideways and point at one of your creatures and say, "You're dead." It's
Not like the old way.
Valakut, Mountain, 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 Mountain. Activate Colony Heart Expedition, Mountain, Mountain, you're dead.
That deck was good. I like the extended version of that deck a lot. 3-color one.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I actually really enjoyed the straight blue-green Prismatic Omen Scapeshift deck that just like had like Valakut, Celestial Colonnade, Flooded Grove. I mean, the first time that at Wargate, whenever someone looked at that for the first time, they were like, "What's going on here?" And then they just like watch a master play it, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is a work of art."
Which Wargate deck?
I think it was a Japanese Wargate deck that like played. It was like a Bant Scapeshift deck where you like had Prismatic Omen Scapeshift, and you Scapeshifted for 4 Valakuts and like 2 of anything else with Prismatic Omen and dealt them like 80 something.
And you like Wargated for it, and
yeah, you could Wargate for a Valakut, you could Wargate for Prismatic Omen.
yeah, you could just use it as a rampant growth.
Yeah.
That deck was
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
I played Wargate in a sweet eggs deck once. Eggs.
Tell me about your budgets and how you build on them.
Eggs is awesome.
Dude,
I was very surprised
Takes
when I
like
did the
25
open.
minutes to win or lose.
No, you always win. You'll just
You
mess it up
deck
and
yourself.
lose. What?
You deck yourself, right? That's how you win with eggs?
Yeah.
You just like recur Ghost Quarters and Second Sunrises and like put your deck into play after like putting it in your graveyard?
Yeah, I mean, you can loop a Pirate spell on pretty easily.
Well, yeah, but you have to like put your deck in your graveyard and or in play before you do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that like the way that you do that is like peeling cards and Ghost Quartering yourself?
Peeling cards and...
Ghost Quartering yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Ghost Quarter's like an insane ritual in the deck.
I don't even want to think about like how Ghost Quarter
Interacts in that
things.
deck?
Yeah.
It generates a lot of mana. You'd be surprised you have like no lands left in your deck. Like within like the first 2 iterations of the combo via Ghost Quarter. Literally all of the basic lands are out of your deck and in play.
And then you just Second Sunrise and you have your mana base in play.
Yeah,
You're doing a
and
deck
then-
tech, man.
Yeah.
Sit down, let me tell you about it.
And then it's sweet because after you Second Sunrise again, like once you're going to Second Sunrise again, you can just use the Ghost Quarters to destroy all your lands, all your islands after you've tapped them already. And then they still produce mana even after you've already searched for all of your lands. Because you destroy the islands that you searched for, and then they come
you
back to
rebuy
play
them
with the Ghost Quarters, and you get to tap them for mana, and then destroy them again. It's pretty cool. So much fun. That deck was originally created by the French for Worlds in 2007, and Gabe Carlton Barnes and myself brought it back a while ago.
Logan looks like he's going to 6.
All right, Logan going to 6 cards here on the draw. Pretty rough for him. Could definitely be a problem. But He has 6 cards in the draw. Anything could happen. Logan was able to win both of his games in the semifinals, despite being on the draw in both of them. But I mean, it's
the first
oh, scary.
the first 4 or 5 or 6 turns are a tap dance of sorts, and then it just gets into a heavyweight boxing fight.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure like the heavyweight boxing fight is just super duper lopsided toward whoever was able to first resolve a primary Titan.
Correct. But I mean, someone has to have the initiative, right? Like, you have to create that somehow, and I'm actually okay with like the die roll occasionally being the something that creates, you know, the initial edge. And there are definitely ways to overcome it. I mean, it's very hard to print cards that are better on the draw than on the play. Right, like Karn is like an answer to Primeval Titan, but also just puts someone further behind. Beast Within like resets the play, but also like pushes the play. You know, there are all these cards that can sort of neutralize the initial tempo advantage, but it's very hard to make them work better on the draw than the play. And that is the plight of the game designer.
Alright, so Kuvi, able to green Zenith for his Birds of Paradise. You print a card that draws a card for you if your opponent has less cards in hand.
So
it has some other effect. Yeah.
Oh, so like Descendant of Kiyomaru?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that seems like really sort of straightforward, right?
Seems like a good way to do that.
Yeah. But like drawing
Rampant
cards isn't
Growth.
what matters in the
See, the plight of the game designer solved it. Look.
Yeah, drawing a card always relevant.
Master. All right.
Drawing a card always relevant. What was I thinking? JVL has all the answers.
Obviously. Anyway, Rampant Growth from Logan. And let's see, on turn 3 here for John, if he has a Solemn Simulacrum, that's really going to help him out a lot here.
Yeah. I mean, both players ramping onto Bird's a little more vulnerable than Forest, but Kuvi passes Beast Within's the Rootbound Crag on upkeep.
Definitely a strong play that's going to also protect his birds. And when you're ramping with birds, it can be a little bit dangerous. So Logan going to go ahead and Rampant Growth here, grab himself another mountain. Or getting a forest.
Just a forest. I don't think he really needs the mountain. He doesn't need it until late when he needs Ancient Grudge, and he's basically telegraphing that he doesn't have Ancient Grudge in his hand.
Yeah, and I mean post-board, I guess, you know, they're not going to have Slag Storms or Pillars in their decks anymore.
Right,
so.
It's basically just Grudge and Devil's Play. The problem is if Kuvi plays Sphere here and Logan peels Grudge, then it's awkward, but what you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean,
you can't really...
You can't play around that, too.
I would rather play around his other 3 Beast Withins than play around him playing Sphere and me drawing Grudge. Which is what he's actually playing.
This is last call for sign up for the Legacy Open.
And Kuvi in the same awkward spot that Logan was in Game 1.
Yeah, I mean,
attacking
definitely
with
not a
Nexus.
good thing for him to be attacking with that Nexus in that spot.
For the Legacy Open, registration fee is $40.
And go? Oh dear.
And another Rampant Growth from Logan here.
This one's got to get Mountain. Pulls out Forest, tucks it in. Looks at his hand. Forest it is. Green Sun Zenith for a Birds of Paradise.
Yep, and just like that, next turn Logan is on Primeval Titan mana and has Broken Serve, likely winning this game on the draw.
Yeah. This is how you do it.
Yeah, and Logan, you know, you're playing a ramp deck that's supposed to be all about winning die rolls, and
Then you see something like this.
Logan sneaking into the top 8, 8th place on the draw every match, and now putting himself in. He's in a really good position to win this tournament.
Yeah.
Ooh, John Cuvey though, with an acidic slime, gonna force Logan to top pick this land if he's gonna want to Primeval Titan here. He's unable to do so. Does find a Sphere of the Suns though, so he will have access to 6 mana next turn.
But will that be soon enough?
You never know if it's soon enough, because Cuvey could always top pick a land of his own.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens here. Logan sending that beast into the red zone, dealing John 3 damage. John choosing not to trade his acidic slime this time around.
Interesting. Do you like the non-block?
I'm trying to read into what it means.
I mean, it means that he doesn't want Logan to get to attack with Primeval Titan and free roll that.
Yeah, but that also means that he must not have a Titan himself, right?
Or he might not want to block. Because he recognizes that Logan is better set up defensively. Logan has Ghost Quarter.
Seems to make sense, but Cuvey's land that he found was Cavern Gorge, and comes in and play tap.
The serve comes right back to Logan.
This is back and forth. It's kind of an interesting race.
Yeah.
You know, they're racing to 6 mana, trying to put that Perennial Titan onto the table.
Beast within your sphere. Wow. Cuvey just yanks the serve right back.
Yep, and that sphere is going to go away, but another beast token here for Logan.
Yeah.
And Logan quickly putting John in a spot where, you know, after he attacks with these 2 beasts, John's just going to be at 8. And then
Logan just drew Beast Within, not the 6th mana source to cast his Titan.
All right, so
you're hitting Inkmoth here with your Beast Within, right?
I think you have to.
Yeah.
And that's precisely what he does.
The good old
Inkmoth.
ramp plus Stone Rain Mirror.
It's back and forth. I mean, we've made it pretty deep into this game without a Primeval Titan being on the table for either player.
Wait, why does Logan not have a second Beast?
What happened?
Didn't he get Beast Within this past turn and not get a Beast? Is it off camera?
Yeah, it's a bit odd. I don't know where that other beast went.
Yeah, Cuvey's played 3 Beast Withins at this point. Yeah,
Now,
he got his land,
Logan,
land sphere, and
trades
bird
Beast
beasts
with
within.
John.
I'm not quite sure why Logan doesn't have another.
No, he had the other beast. It what happened to it?
Yeah,
Something must have happened to it.
No, the beast traded off. I'm pretty sure that he's down a beast.
All right, John. I'm tapping here. No, because they were both in play.
No, Logan never had 2 beasts.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he got the second one. He got the first and the third, not the second.
No, he did get the second one. I swear we can rewind the video. He had the second one. Logan bashing in acidic slime, gonna trade with that beast. Logan with a 5th land here. Does he have a way to accelerate to the Primeval Titan now? And
Cuvey, Karn, jeez.
I think that's just about it for Cuvey. Like, Logan's gonna have a rough time now. There's almost no way he's gonna be able to get to his Primeval Titan while this Karn is picking him apart. He has this one opportunity to rip an untapped
Do you
land the
play
next turn.
Karn as Sowing Salt? Like, do you just hit another land here?
Depends. If you have a Primeval Titan, I think you do.
He zeniths for 3, getting Corruptor.
Doesn't really do anything.
It attacks.
I guess. Yeah. So Karn gonna keep going upstairs here. And I think he pluses the Karn. It depends though. Like if he has a Zenith or Titan, he could easily just kill a land and play Titan. Don't hate that play at all.
Sure. Like the Zenith for Corruptor play is basically, so if he goes upstairs and then Kuvi plays a Titan, Kuvi attacks on that turn, bringing Karn to 5. Karn then hits Titan, goes to 2, and then Kuvi attacks it and kills it. So like it is a big deal.
So it Greenstone Zenith for 6, and that's it.
Yeah, that's
Logan
all she
packing
wrote.
it in. And just like that, John
Cuvelier.
our Star City Games standard open champion.